We're also streaming from that SuperTalk Mississippi app. Have you taken time to download that? You should. We're also on your local SuperTalk Mississippi radio station. And don't forget about watching us. We are on your computer, your mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV. We always like to bring you fun events that are going on in Mississippi. And I got you one of my favorite to say anyway.
Hey, thank you.
The Dang Doodle Festival. If you don't laugh or smile whenever you hear that, then shame on you. You need another cup of coffee and remember what matters in life, and that's having a little fun. And that's what they do there. And this is the 19th annual, and it's in Forrest, Mississippi. And it's a dang doodle of a time. I get it right, Matt?
We are going to have big fun at the Dang Doodle 2024 next weekend.
So this is the 19th annual. I can't wait for the 20th annual. I can't remember which year my family actually did make it out to this festival. I don't know if we had known each other yet or not, or if it was a happenstance. And it is exactly what you think it is. It's a dang doodle of a time. And you guys focus in primarily on chicken wing cooking contest, which I think is really cool compared to nothing against, burgers or chili or steaks or, all the other pigs and porks that may be out there. This is kind of y'all's own little niche. So how did you come up with this, Matt?
Well, through the years, we've had different themed festivals, but it all ties back to the chicken industry in Forrest and Scott County because we're such a big chicken producing part of the world. And, we process millions of chickens a week, and they go all over the world, and they it sounds morbid, but they lived and died right there in Scott County, Mississippi, for you, Mississippi, and you, United States. So eat some chicken.
It's football season, so as people are getting their chicken wings and everything geared up for their tailgates, they can tip their hat to Scott County. So
absolutely. The goal of our festival is interactive. I mean, that's what we want. With the festivals where you come and you enjoy and you see fun stuff, that's great. But these local people have cooking teams. They all cook about 80 or 100 pounds of chicken wings each. There's, of course, everybody gets to attend and visit and sample their wings and do all the music and food and festivities as well. But that's the focus. If we can have people from our community preparing that much chicken, and different businesses and churches and local organizations do just that. And, we'll cook literally a ton of chicken wings a week from Saturday. And then we invite the public to come for free and sample those wings.
And then how do you pick the grand prize?
We have we literally bring in a panel of judges, and we've had them from literally all over the country. We isolate them, and we get everybody's favorite wing from every team, and we do a blind taste test with the judges, and then the judges pick whichever wing.
Blind as in literally they're blindfolded, or blind as in they just don't know who brought it to them?
Actually,
because that changes the entire experience, Matt.
Well, you eat with your eyes, so they're not physically blinded, but they are set in a different room in a different building away from the park festivities, and then they pick who has the best chicken wing, and that team gets $1,000. Yeah,
that's a pretty good. Is there still time for folks to get in on being a team, or is that kept off?
Absolutely. In fact, we've got more chicken right now than we have teams. We always have sort of a last-minute surge of teams. So one of the reasons I'm here today is to say, if you want to be on a chicken team.
So y'all provide the chicken.
We provide the chicken.
That's huge, because that's a huge expense. I mean, if people are going around for their teams, okay.
Yeah, I think there's a fee to be a team to do that, because that sort of separates somebody from showing up with one of those sandwich making George Foreman grills. Right. Showing up with the George Foreman, cooking 3 wings and leaving. So there is a fee and all that other good stuff. But yeah, it's the prizes are there, and I know there's some people listening right now that think nobody can cook wings as good as me. So
yeah, and then you get to taste test it and have all the other fun. So if maybe chicken wings cooking isn't your thing, then obviously tasting it would be. But what about this cornhole tournament, Matt? Because cornhole's really picked up in terms of people thinking that they can go pro, and they can. Like it's a real trajectory of your life that you could take if you wanted to.
What we're finding, not just in Central Mississippi and Scott County, but nationwide, is we're finding ways to do all these athletic things that don't require athletic talent, like throwing a beanbag or pickleball or anything like that. So absolutely, we are having a cornhole tournament. I think we're starting mid-morning, and it's just one more thing that we can do out there in the grass and encourage people to participate in our festival instead of just stand around.
Well, you don't have to stand around. You'll also have a run to go with it.
That would be the Wing Dang Dash. The Wing Dang Dash. There's a walking division. There's a
If
running
you're
division.
going to eat your wing dang doodles, you need to have a wing dang dash so you can earn your calories for that.
We start at 8 o'clock in the morning. We do have same-day registration for the race. If you want to come later, I can't guarantee you'll get a T-shirt. And let me tell you, the T-shirts have always been awesome for the Wing Dang Dash. Our crack team of designers have always followed through with really cool T-shirts.
How much fun do y'all have at your Forrest County, your chamber meetings in terms of coming up with all of these things for the Wing Dang Doodle? Who came up with Wing Dang Doodle?
Well, it's been 19 years. And
You weren't there, Matt?
I'm sure I was there. I'm old enough to have been there for sure. But I wasn't there. I'm not creative enough to come up with that. But the inspiration came from the old song, "We're going to have a wing dang doodle of a time," or I can't even think of the name of it. But that was it. And we adopted that, and that became our theme. And it was music and food and all of our local poultry plants, Tyson and Cook. They provide the chicken. Mm-hmm. And that's their way of being sponsors for our festival. So the businesses, the people in town, we all pulled together and said, let's do that. For years prior to that, we had what was called the Broiler Festival. And it sort of ran its course. And
that doesn't sound nearly as sexy as the Wing Dang Doodle.
I don't think so either. I mean, who wants a T-shirt that says broiler on it? Come on, man.
No, the Wing Dang Doodle is definitely the thing. Okay, if someone had never done this, but this sounds like a lot of fun to them, Matt, to come out and do, what is your plea to not plea, well, you can plea, but how would you say this is different than other festivals?
Well, I would say it's a come and go type situation. I mean, there's live music and there's events going on stage during the whole time, but you can come at your leisure and you can visit. And again, you can participate as much or as little as you want. You can come eat chicken wings and listen to some live music and have a good time and leave. But you can also form a chicken cooking team, or you can come run in the race and stay all day in sweaty clothes and eat chicken wings. So there's just a lot going on other than just a stage with something happening out there.
And this is free, and it's from 8 to 4. What's your best Mississippi directions to get us there?
My best Mississippi directions are you get on Interstate 20 and you hit exit 88, which is the Forrest exit, and you take a left or a right, depending on you go north. You go north about a mile. There's banners, there's signs everywhere. Our Gaddis Park in Forrest is about a half a mile off of Highway 35. Very, very easy to find, and if you get to downtown Forrest, you've gone too far.
You can turn around. I bet you'll see some Wing Dang Doodle signs before
Roll
you
down
make
the
it.
window and ask anybody, and they'll say, "Oh, it's over there."
It's over there. That's about as Mississippi as you can get. Now, I know that you love Forrest, because the last time you were here with us on Good Things, we had you in to talk about your investment there in downtown, the Bienville.
Yes.
You said y'all have made some good improvement, or I guess progress, should I say, is being made.
Right.
Not improvements yet. Well, you're getting a new roof soon, so catch us up on the Bienville. What's going on there?
Well, we're in the tear out phase, which is kind of fun because well, it doesn't take a very skilled person to do that without getting hurt. Right now, we've ripped out an upstairs, and we're in the process of installing a new roof on the building and getting it dry. And over the next 6 months, we're going to put it back together with luxury apartments upstairs and business suites downstairs, and maybe a little retail for people that want to be in Forrest.
Which I think is really. See, you could come and spend the night eventually, or I guess it's not an overnight. You're thinking more of long-term stay.
Well, we actually haven't. There is such a market right now for temporary rentals, Airbnb, things like that. We're going to have some more permanent type apartments with long-term leases, but we might have one or two that we set aside and just try that, because we do have a lot of visitors passing through Forrest because of Interstate 20 and its proximity, and we even have situations where people might need a temporary place to stay for several weeks at a time on a job assignment or something like that. So we're not closed off to short-term leases.
Y'all have got some really beautiful wedding venues too out in Forrest. I went to one a couple years ago, and a lot of the guests were getting all of your Airbnbs that were in that area. So it's always interesting me the people who come to small town Mississippi, what brings them there, whether it's graduations or if it's weddings or unfortunate funerals or family reunions, and then how they look to these small, unique Airbnb places to sort of stay instead of your traditional sort of just motel whatever that's on the side. So
yeah, that's neat.
Do you think who would get an Airbnb in Forrest? Lots of folks would get an Airbnb. Maybe not every night of 365 days, but you'd be surprised.
I think the best thing about those people is if you get to hang around them a little bit, and I do sometimes in my real estate business, is you get to see your town the way they see it. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's wonderful to have a third party's perspective over something I've been looking at for 50 years. It really gives for me, it gives me usually a real sense of appreciation for where I live and what I've got around me that I've taken for granted for so long.
Have you taken the winged Dang Doodle for granted?
I have taken the winged Dang Doodle for granted. I'll just be honest with you. For years, I've been a stripper, a chicken stripper, and I love chicken strips. But I'm coming home to the wings in 2024.
You go to wingdangdoodlefestival.com if you want more information on that. But it is September the 28th from 8 to 4 p.m. It is free there in Forrest. And you hear him?
I hear our tune.
Yeah, Rhino's the best. I love it. Thanks, Matt.
Thank
for
you
your
so
time.
much.
Stick with us. We got more for you.